Welcome to Banya Chat. My name's Thomas Barnes. Thank you all for joining us. It's lovely to have you here. So today I'm joined with Natasha Blake. Natasha, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi there, everyone. Hi, I'm Natasha. I've been here before on the Banya Chat. Hope you're all okay.
Yep. You are a foster carer with us. You've been with us for a while, and we have had you on here before, and it's lovely to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to be here, guys. Thanks ever so much. Yeah, Tom's right. I'm a foster carer, and I do fostering with my mum and my amazing daughter.
Lovely, lovely. I'm also joined today for the first time with Indra Youssef. Indra, you are one of Banya's participation officers, correct? You're muted, Indra. Sorry, you're muted.
So sorry.
There we go.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. So, Indra, you're a participation officer, correct?
Yes, that is.
Yeah. So, would you like to tell everyone what is a participation officer and what do you do?
Well, basically, for me, a participation officer is working closely with our young peoples, working with Banya's placement children. We're here as a support through studies, activities, and various things, and just here to support the children really, and just have a great connection and a good relationship with the children really.
Lovely. That's lovely to hear. So today's Banya, as you all probably are aware, I hope, it's October, and October is Black History Month. So I just want to ask both of you, we'll start with Indra. What is Black History Month?
I mean, for me, Black History Month it's a day, I guess, to celebrate, about our culture, about our history, and it's to be celebrated throughout the whole year. But I know this particular month is focused on that, for the children at school, at home, and so forth. So, yeah.
And Natasha, what is Black History Month for you?
Yeah, I mean, similar to Indra, it is about celebrating what's happened historically in Black history, good and bad, of course. But I tend to like to focus on the positive, especially the children.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And as I hope you're all aware, Banya is a very proud BME company. So why? Natasha, why do you think it's important for the children at Banya to participate in Black History Month?
I think it's really important on the whole for children and young people to learn about Black history. It helps with diversifying them. It helps about them understanding sometimes themselves, and obviously I've cared for children who are white British, and it's really good for them also to learn about Black history, on a whole. It gives them that knowledge that they probably have definitely missed, in the school and education or, system. So, yeah.
Yeah, I completely understand. I feel like I feel very uneducated in terms of Black history. Obviously we learn about certain things, but I wish I'd learned more. And Indra, why do you think it's important for the children at Banya to participate in Black History Month?
It's more mainly about us focusing on culture. There's crucial ways to teach children different histories on different cultures and things that have happened in the past. But I think it's important for us to revisit this throughout the year, whether it's watching documentaries, visiting the museums, reading any Black authors, or just understanding the tolerance and different times and levels that happened or occurred in the past. It can also be a fun thing. It is a fun learning situation. I don't think it's anything to be daunted about. And there's so many different ways that we can teach the children this. So going forward, we have a sort of positive changes. There's all different ways to contact. I would say to kind of revisit history, especially Black History Month. We have the internet, we've got the library. Whether you've experienced it here or not, you can speak to someone from different cultures and backgrounds, and it's just important just to be aware, really.
Yeah, of course. And like I always enjoy learning new things about different cultures and all that. So Indra, the participation officer, what is Banya doing during October to include Black History Month?
So we have a few exciting things going on. So we're actually working with The Stars Are Bright, which is an exhibition focusing on Zimbabwe artists. This is happening between the 15th and the 31st of October. We've sent it out in the newsletters. If anybody's interested, it's going to be a great show. Do let your carers know. Do let, you can call, contact us at info@Banya, also at the office, and we can organise viewings for the kids and the carers to go. Also, we included in our newsletter this month, we want the kids to kind of show off their cooking skills. So we've got an African recipe called the Zanzibar chicken. I would recommend it. It's amazing. So please do try it. We've also, introduced and had a good insight into Martin Luther King Jr., who peacefully fought hard for the Black equality and civil rights movement, as many more did. And I think it's good to have, an understanding, especially of such a great figure at that time. We have a Read It and Click It department. We issued it. It's an issue on our newsletter each month, and this month especially we focusing on various virtual books, because we know that in line with COVID we can't really go out as much as we can. So we have a virtual library that provides various books, but especially this month we have Hidden Figures for Women, who led and supported the first trips into space, who worked for NASA. We have Mae Jensen, one of our first Black women to enter space, and many more influential people. There's loads of work crafts that we're working on with different organizations where they have chocolate making, drama, makeup sessions. So we're doing quite a lot. And, again, it's limited because of COVID, but there's so many online workshops and virtual organizations that we're working with. So yes, it's important for us to make sure we keep the kids busy.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of things. That is a lot. I mean, I like my food, and that Zanzibar chicken. That might be on my cooking list. I might have to get some ingredients for that one.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, and I like experiencing new music as well. So, I might have to look up some Black artists as well that I haven't heard of. And what about yourself, Natasha? Are you doing anything during October to educate the children?
Well, all of that Indra's just mentioned, I'm sure we'll be doing loads of that. My girls they'll be down for that. They love all that type of stuff. So I'm really happy that Banya's got that in place. I mean, I didn't think anything less, to be honest. So that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Indra. Yeah, I think all I'll do to back that up is just ensure, obviously, they access that stuff. And for ourselves in the household, I mean, I've been allowing the girls to start watching this show that's come on Netflix, which is about Madam C.J. Walker. I knew all about her before because she was the first Black female billionaire in America, and she made hair grease. And my girls love hair grease. So, they're watching that this month. We also do like family meetings, and at the end of the family meeting, we do a section called a learning curve. And we plan on this month making sure that we bring kind of new Black historical stories and things to the table for the young people, and they can bring stuff to me too if they've got anything. And it doesn't have to be all far back in history. It can be anything that happened yesterday. You know, so and I try to keep it as positive as well as possible, you know, because you know, just for the children, I think it's really good for their mental health that they know where they're from, especially my girls. They are 3 young, beautiful, lovely children who are from a Sierra Leonean Black background. So I make sure that they know about themselves as best as I know how to. And I have a best friend who's from Sierra Leone, so she helps me a lot. So yeah.
Wow. So you are very, very inclusive in what you do,
Yeah.
and with your daughter, your girls.
Yeah, absolutely. You called them right, my daughters, yeah.
Oh, your daughters, yes, your
Yeah.
daughters. Yeah, and you've looked after people from all different types of backgrounds,
Oh,
Natasha.
absolutely. Yes, I
And
have. Yeah, I have. You're right.
yeah, and they've all been open to the ideas of learning about different cultures that aren't their own.
Yeah, I mean, I had one story which I had a sibling group of white British young people that came to live in my house. They chose to live with us because their mother wasn't that comfortable with people of my colour. And they thought it might be something that would, you know, teach her something. And actually, to be honest with you, that was the most beautiful bond I had with a parent, to be honest. We spoke on a weekly basis. It was really lovely, and it turned out beautiful in the end. So I was happy with that.
No,
Yeah.
so it went from a story of just I want to get a little bit back on my mother to like a lovely friend.
Absolutely.
A lovely friendship, because I mean, growing up, there's many times where I've wanted to just I want to do something just to prove them wrong, just to
Yeah,
prove my
absolutely.
parents wrong. But no, and look at the good that came out of it, you said.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting it because the horror stories I'd heard, I was like, how are we going to deal with this? But actually, it was wonderful in the end, and we're still
Yeah.
in touch to now, which is brilliant.
Oh wow, you're still in touch, and
Yeah,
that's good because you're educating someone, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. True, so true.
Yeah. So speaking of education, I think like quite a popular topic that's come up is like what do you think about Black History Month being brought into the national curriculum in schools?
That's me.
Yes, Natasha, you sorry, you can.
I think it's awesome and probably should have been done already, to be honest. I did enjoy learning about a lot of British history and, you know, white history from different backgrounds. You know, I enjoyed that. But I also enjoy learning about myself and my reflection and my culture. And I think the young people, even more now today than ever before, it's crucial that they know, and this is all the children, you know about Black history. It's crucial.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I completely agree. Because there's many things that I learn and I still want to learn about Black history, and not just Black history, but all ethnicities history.
Yeah. And you're right, they've all got lots of beautifully hidden treasures. And it's really important that those are highlighted and celebrated whenever we can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Indra, what do you think about that? Do you think how Black history should be brought into the national curriculum?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important for our children to be free. I mean, I have to think about the correct words here. So you want them to be free thinkers, you know? You want them to kind of learn things and be open to all cultures, all diversities, you know, all phases of history. And sometimes it is limited, you know? People don't have the facilities, they're not able to learn the things that they need to learn. But, you know, we know that the one place that we can rely on is school. And I think it's important for them to have an option on, well, not really an option. I think it should be included and just be a standard practice, as with, you know, every other subject that we have to learn or we are learning currently, especially with Black history. You know, don't be scared again to ask people about their heritage. You know, go on the internet for information. There's so many different resources available in order to learn about different cultures and different histories. again, we talk about it being Black History Month, but it's Black history every day. It's white history every day. It's all cultures different. We've got a whole big world out here, and I'm certainly interested in learning about different histories from every culture. I have a group of many friends from different places. The kids that we work with at Banya are from all over the world. So I'm definitely interested. I'm interested in knowing where they've come from and what they've gone through, or their family and their history. So yeah, I definitely feel like it's important to for us and most countries to include in their curriculums.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely, I couldn't have put it better. You want people to know about all these different cultures and backgrounds and histories, because then they can decide. It gives them the option of what they want to follow, what they like. It gives them a wider range of the world as a whole.
And I think definitely good as well as the bad. There's always good and bad sides in all histories and in all different cultures. But focusing on the positives is so important for the children, especially of today. It's always good to have a good figure. You want them to look up to someone, look up to things, experiences that people have gone through, and knowing that whatever it is you're going through, you will survive. So it's we definitely need to focus more on the positives, I feel, than the negative sides.
Yeah, I'm seeing some of the comments, and I'm just looking now that there's some amazing comments. We got one from say I love wrote from Rosie saying about the foods. It's like trying new foods from different cultures. We also got one saying that she loves it if her 6-year-old was taught if her 6-year-old was taught. Sorry, I'm reading this. It's so relevant and vital, and she's so happy when her 6-year-old gets taught it. Different cultures, faiths, and race needs to be celebrated.
I agree.
And recognized. Yeah, and like I think it's such a amazing thing to be able to do, and like as you said, Indra, it's not just. I mean, it's highlighted in October in the UK, but it is history every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And the information is out there if you are interested in it. It could be December, middle of May. You go on the internet and you type in Black history, history from of any culture or race or religion, and you're going to find information on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that should be encouraged. So people to explore what they have the interest in, what they want to learn about, because education doesn't just have to be in school. It can be all throughout your life, in school, out of school, as well.
I totally agree with you, Tom. I mean, I say that all the time. I think it's important for parents to learn themselves so that they can teach their children, and I mean foster parents, whoever, I think it's really important because I think we put a lot on schools as it is already, and there's nothing wrong with us doing that also. I think it's probably even more enriching that they learn it from their parents and who's raising them.
And that's the thing, you always want to further the education of what your parents taught you, and maybe teach your parents a few things as well.
Yeah, I think it's a responsibility of every guardian, as Natasha said, the guardian, parent, teacher, we all have a part to play, to bring up the youth of today, to bring up the young children. We want their minds to be broadened. We want them to be wise. We want them to be full of knowledge. We're not living in the times where we're limited. We have unlimited resources to get the information that we need. There's no excuses, really. And I feel like Banya play a great part in that. We cater for everybody and every culture. And, Black History Month, I think it's just a month that's just there that says, this is something that you can learn about, that you didn't know before, and that's all it is, really. I don't think it's anything special in regards to, let's not single out any other cultures, but it's important to know that, if you wasn't aware, you are aware, particularly on this month, and that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all about celebrating different cultures and different prospects, and widening everyone's knowledge. Anyway, well, thank you so much for joining us. It's brought a real light on what Banya provide for their children, and what, like, just from like a generic you know, from the newsletters to the cultures to the food that you're doing in the newsletter, Indra, and just like as a one-to-one as that you're doing, Natasha, with your daughters and your family.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks for giving us the space to talk, Tom. Thanks.
oh, you're always welcome. You're always welcome here. It's lovely hearing from you. Just one more question. Do you have any role models, black role models that that our audience might want to look into, that you would recommend? Natasha, do you have any role models?
Well, I did give one, Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker.
Yes, C.J. Walker. You can Google her. There's lots of information there. I mean, she's not living anymore, but she's got a family that's still, you know, keeping her business and everything going, which is just awesome. Try and give you something different. I've got some written down here. Hold on one moment. Let me give you something different.
You've done your research.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I have, I'm sure we all know Betty Boop. And I have here Esther Jones. She was the original idea of Betty Boop. She was a jazz singer from Harlem. So there's another one.
Really? I didn't know that Betty Boop was originally based on a person of color.
Oh, I could tell by the hair. Boop, boopy doop.
Oh, okay. Actually, like, thinking about it, yes, that does make sense now. Yeah, that I didn't know that. That's amazing. Indra, do you have any role models of color that you look up to, or?
I have loads. I feel like it's just not, necessarily black people. They're
Of
from all over,
course.
Indians, blacks, whites, Chinese, literally everybody. I mean, especially if we're focusing on Black History Month, genres, especially sports, whether it's sports or political, I've got Muhammad Ali, who's a massive influencer, who spoke for, what he believed in. We have, I've got so many in my head, I literally will just be here forever. But, this is the whole point of having these kind of leaders. They can be from anywhere. They can be sports related, they can be political, they can be, anything that kind of relates to you. But I have, there's so many people. I could sit here, like I said, with a list of names. But it's not just focused on one particular culture. It's from every culture that I'm influenced from. And that's also very important, because you want to try and broaden your mind and understand different aspects from everyone's way of living, really. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, Muhammad Ali, like I did a bit of research into his life story, and he went through so much. And his story is incredible, and especially his friendship with Malcolm X and everything. It's like Malcolm X is another one that's just like incredible story of the difficulties and that he went through and what he fought for and everything. Another question we have is you said about the Zanzibar chicken. Is it Zanzibar chicken?
yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, thank goodness. But would you say that what is your favorite dish, Indra?
My favorite dish?
Yes, from your culture.
Oh God, cultural. I'm quite plain Jane. I think I have the basics. My palate's quite broadened, so I like foods from all over the world, everywhere. Within my culture, I would say being African. My parents from Africa, born in Greece. It's quite varied, but I grew up in London. So, what's a famous African dish? We have a jollof rice, that's a spicy rice that everyone loves. We've got various dishes of like yam. You know, I feel like these meals, it's not really, you know, everyone incorporates them in different ways, in different cultures, but we all eat the same food. You know, it's just cooked differently with the extra pepper or the extra sauce or less of this. So I just feel like, you know, I will have a recipe and I will like just change it up really quickly. So I don't know. I'm very, you know, open to trying new things and different things all the time. So
yeah, that's how recipes of cultural recipes develop. It's literally one type of food, and it's just cooked a different way, or a different group of spices or herbs are added.
Exactly.
And like it's prepared differently, it's set up differently, and that's it. Like Natasha, do you have any dishes that you'd like to share with us that you love?
I've got two. One is Ackee and saltfish, because I'm from a Jamaican and Bahamian background, but I don't know much about the food from Bahamas. I know a lot about the food from Jamaica, of course. My mother's Jamaican, and we also have mastered baking the Caribbean fruit cake. And we do that beautifully. I'm sure there's a few people, if anybody that's there has tasted our cake. I don't know if any of you guys have, but yeah, and we've kind of mastered that. My grandmother taught me that recipe, and I will take that to my grave.
I guess I'm gonna have to when you're allowed more than 6 people, I think we're gonna have to have a bit of a cook-off.
Yeah, I mean, we can get one of the cakes sent off to you, Tom. You can enjoy them through the post, you know.
That's very nice. I look forward to that. I'll look into that. Well, thank you both for being here. Like I said, it's wonderful talking to you and learning about different cultures and what Banya is doing to educate people and its children on the history and how it celebrates Black history and all ethnicities and minorities. So thank you all for being here. It's been lovely talking to you both. Thank you, Indra. Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you. Lovely. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Indra.
Nice to meet you, Natasha.